looking up nonsense and fucking trying to figure out what's important to talk about.
All right, we're gonna start with some John Daly.
All right, so we're gonna start with John Daly.
Yeah, we are starting with John Daly. It is on the board.
All right, guys, John Daly. What's going on with John Daly?
John Daly gets to use a golf cart. It's the
Yeah.
greatest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, at the PGA Championship, because of the arthritis in his right knee that keeps him from walking more than 6 holes at a time, he will be the first player allowed to ride a cart in a major championship since Casey Martin in 1988.
That was not 1988.
No, sorry, 1998 and 2012.
And he had what, a trick knee?
I think so, yeah.
Wow. So Daly is still going to compete, even though he's not in good enough shape to compete.
Correct.
Is that still competition? Can you say compete? He's gonna partake.
Well,
He's swinging at a ball. I mean, he's taking all of the other athleticness out of it.
there's the question of skill versus the question of physical durability, I guess. So, I mean, do you allow someone a pass because they've been playing the sport for 30 years at a competitive level? Do you allow them a sort of, here you go, be our fat, jolly entertainment for the first 2 rounds before you fail to make the cut and we move on with the tournament?
Brady, are you okay? I was concerned if you were going to make it through that whole statement.
I think you made it.
No, I made it. Go fuck yourself.
I just want to know, like, can this be the start of my favorite sport that doesn't exist but really should exist?
What?
Like, can John Daly just ride shotgun in the cart, have somebody drive, and it's golf and polo and like race car combined, and you have to hit the ball while driving the cart, and there's 2 people competing to see who can get the ball in the hole the fastest?
This sport sounds amazing.
I don't care what it is, but whatever it is, you have to do it wearing pants that look like those.
Yes, you have to wear some of these ridiculous ass John Daly pants.
They're
Everyone has to wear them. It's required.
They are zebra striped pants with pink flamingos on them.
Isn't the real question does his underwear match?
I would assume.
No, I'm sure he's got leopard print underwear. Don't be ridiculous.
Listen, a man like that only wears a thong or nothing at all.
I could see him going nothing at all just because it's John Daly. But I could also see him in like some full on like classic old man style, like Home of the Whopper boxers.
So wait, is he actually playing in the PGA Tour?
Yes.
This isn't like the old man circuit.
No, this is not the Champions Tour.
Yeah, it says at the PGA Championship.
Yes.
So could he potentially be paired with Tiger and he be in a cart and Tiger hanging out with him next to him?
Yo, if all he's got to do is swing the club, maybe he'll have a fantastic day and be able to keep pace with Tiger.
That would be awesome if John Daly could have a run in a major championship and have Tiger Woods as his primary opponent through 3 or 4 days of golf.
I would have been competing in majors for years if it wasn't for all this goddamn walking.
the Coors Light and the heaters and
is this just a ploy to get to bring a cooler on the course?
I think it is. I think this is John Daly just really wants to drink his way through a major tournament one more time.
He needs his beer a whole quota.
Yes, and he needs his 18-pack in the cooler.
Hey, I don't blame him at all. Go get it.
Fuck yeah.
God bless America.
Yeah. Oh, in the words of the great Al Sharpton? No.
Al Sharpton?
No.
Really, Brady? Come on.
Don King. Only
you can do it, Brady. Get it out. Get it out, Brady. You can do it.
Fuck you. I don't remember Don King. Sorry.
Do you remember the
I
quote?
wasn't that big of a boxing fan back in the day.
Oh, you
All
guys
right.
are. Can we talk about the more important golf thing that happened?
Yes. What is the more important golf
Oh,
thing
God.
that happened?
Can we talk about how great the Black Masters is, and that it should be the 5th major?
Yeah, Rich. Talk to us a little bit about the Black Masters. You started a little bit, and we wanted to get this going. So tell Brady who's dumbfounded right now about the Black Masters.
Brady,
Yeah.
so the Black Masters is an invite only.
Okay.
It started with the guys on TNT.
Okay.
Charles Barkley and the greatest golf swing ever.
Oh.
Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, goodness. We're talking
they-
like a truly thugnificent
No, not the
golf tournament.
Just amazing. And they invite a few friends, and then Shaq MCs the entire event,
Oh, God.
and they just play golf. And it is the greatest single thing I have ever watched in snippets. And if any online company, DAZN, Bleacher Report, if you air this, I will buy your app. I will buy your app just to watch this event.
This seems like something that someone should be making some money off of, because this should be amazing.
Are they not airing it right now? I could swear that I had it on in the background the other day.
I thought I only saw clips on like Twitter and Instagram, and they are magical. Charles Barkley is just an amazing human being. He is a national treasure, an icon for everything that is right with America.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing that somebody who didn't want to be a role model is everything that's right and an icon in America?
I know. It's great.
Fantastic.
He wants none of it.
He's a round model is what he is.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so while we're talking about NBA right now, let's get to what is got to be one of the biggest breaking stories in the NBA.
Are you talking about the fact that nobody talks about how great the name of the Nuggets versus the Blazers is for a series? Can we not get any love for the Nugs versus the Blazers on this?
The Nugget Blazers?
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. That's a pretty awesome sequence.
I mean, how do you two not have a shirt yet that says Nugget Blazers?
Okay, in Brady's defense, show him your new jersey, Brady.
All right. Only if that is that a Sharif Abdur-Rahim?
No, it is not.
it's
It's
Jokic.
Jokic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on, Brady's a big loafy white dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna definitely get
Got
the
the
jersey
hat
of
to
a big
match.
loafy white dude.
Yeah.
Is Jokic the most out of shape, in shape athlete we've ever seen?
Oh my
He might
god,
be.
it's amazing.
Because he definitely
played-
has like a dad bod in
He
his
played
20s.
62 minutes or
Yeah.
65 minutes in that quad overtime game.
And
know.
every time he moves, he's moving so efficiently, but he looks like he's moving in slow motion.
That's efficient. I just think that's top speed.
No,
No, yeah, but it's just he goes from 0 to top speed very quickly, and he can maintain it because it's not a very high top speed.
That's because top speed's very close to 0.
Is
much
a
like
mark?
the guy wearing the jersey.
So this series is tied at 2. Rich, which way do you see this going? You see our Nugs making the conference finals?
I'm gonna say something you've probably never heard me say. I have no fucking idea. This is the most bizarre series, and if Jamal Murray plays good, the Nuggets win. Jamal Murray plays like crap, the Nuggets lose. But it is by far, it is the complete opposite of the Houston Golden State. It is filled with Enes Kanter and ridiculous antics, and Jokic moving at the speed of a snail. It's everything that's not modern basketball.
Somehow the Nuggets are still a quick up and down team, even with Jokic being the center of their offense. I don't get it because like they do get out and run, but Jokic is always one of the the third or fourth, if not the fifth guy up the court. Yeah,
And yet
he's instigating it with a great pass, but he's not in the mix for the fast break.
Like, why is his name not just Hurry Up and Wait?
Wow.
Because he's a triple-double machine, and he's got fucking obscene stats in the playoffs.
Okay, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that his nickname is now Hurry Up and Wait Jokic.
I can't deny that. Even wearing the jersey, I can't really deny it. I
Like-
watched the man play. It's not graceful. It's not like he's not a graceful creature on the court. He's not. It's like Larry Bird. And you always
Whoa,
knew.
whoa, whoa,
No.
whoa.
I'm not saying he's the talent level of Larry Bird. I'm just saying that Larry Bird was not a pretty basketball player. The amazing thing about Larry Bird was like the uglier the shot, the more you knew it was going in because it was Larry Bird.
Okay, so I want to take a minute and introduce Jeremy Shady Brady over here, everybody. He's the shadiest of all Bradys, and that is a very popular type Shady Brady opinion.
Yeah.
Bam! How do you think of that, Rich?
Oh, God, that was terrible.
Yeah.
How dare you? I mean, Larry Bird compared to Jokic, Larry Bird's a goddamn Russian ballerina compared to Jokic. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying neither one of those is a very graceful player, but they're both very effective players.
You were blinded by the porn stash that Larry had all those years. It makes him look ungraceful while being graceful.
Maybe that white trash mustache was distracting enough because that was a fucking Joe Dirt mustache, dude. Like, oh my God, this should have had a mullet behind it.
There's no 70s or early 80s porn star that you were like, that dude's got rhythm. But you know what? They all got the job done.
Wow. That's an amazing assessment.
It's the mustache. He was great.
All right.
He was great. I mean, I
God.
can't
Did
how
you see the
Jokic-
one time that Jokic grew out the mustache?
No.
Oh, God. Google it real quick. See if you can find a picture of Jokic with a mustache.
Okay, while you're doing that, let me explain.
It's bad.
That Jokic, if Denver wins, there's zero chance that Jokic does much of anything in a series against either Houston or Golden State. Like, he's just going to get run off the court.
No, I don't see any pictures of him with a mustache.
Because I could swear I saw him with a mustache earlier this year in a game.
There's something.
And it was like, literally like, imagine every bad, greasy Eastern European stereotypical, like, penciled on mustache. That's what it was, but on that gigantic man. It was hilariously bad.
That's funny.
I think he may have shaved it mid-game. It was that bad.
They just brought him in the locker room, gave him a razor, and said, knock it off.
Yeah. Somebody like pulled him to the side during the game, and it was like, dude, we've stopped laughing now. You need to go ahead and shave that thing off.
All right, so we have gone over Jokic and the Blazers and Nuggets and the creepy mustaches. Let's move over to the Golden State Houston series. What do you think over here, Rich?
Can we talk about the real thing that I don't understand why nobody's talked about? You haven't heard Skip talk about it. Not Max, not Stephen A. Nothing on SportsCenter. Can we talk about the point shaving that's been happening in this series? We talk about how Golden State won both their games by like a point, and that Steph misses that dunk and Houston covers by half a point. Clay plays defense like he's Stevie Wonder, and then offense like he's Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles. And that
he's been pretty
none
bad.
of it makes any sense, and that 81% of all bets were on Golden State going into that fourth game, and yet somehow they managed to fumble it every single step of the way. And that the over-under was a half a point under in that game. a half a point.
Well, wasn't it you that said in a previous episode if 75+% of the money's going one way, bet the other fucking way every time?
Yeah, can we talk about how Steph Curry in that game 4 yesterday missed more free throws in that one game than he has in the entire fucking postseason?
Am I understanding correctly that you're basically saying that Steph and Clay, the Splash Brothers, are in on the fix?
Yes, I'm absolutely saying
Yeah.
it.
Like this is probably, if Rich is accurate here, this has got to be league wide. I mean, this, if it's not coming from the commissioner's office down to the players, it's coming from someone around the commissioner's office down to the players.
You think these guys have got to, like, they see the scoreboard and they're thinking about that shit at the end of the game, or they're just thinking about closing out the game?
I think they're thinking about the entire game. The entire game they're thinking about this. They're keeping it where it needs to be, right in that pocket where nobody has to question it.
Yeah,
but
if it's a 5-point game the whole way down, who's going to question if it's plus or minus 1 point where it should have been on the spread, at the end of the game?
Clay doesn't play like that. That's not his thing. You watch all of a sudden, and then I told you this earlier, John.
So yeah, moving forward, what do we look for?
There's a magic number in some of these exotic adjusted lines, and that magic number is 20. If you bet a team to win by more than 20 in an NBA playoff game, you can get a significant amount of money.
Okay.
And if you bet the 17 to 19 exact window, it's pretty goddamn good. And you watch, Golden State's going to win this game 5 between 17 and 19 points. And if they do, it's a guaranteed that this entire series has been fixed by the players.
Wow.
So you're alleging that Game 5, which is going back to Golden State, that game
will be like
will be won by the Warriors by between 17 and 19 points.
Yes. And
should we go so far as to say that it's only going to be around a 10 or 11 point game for most of the game? Then in the fourth quarter, all of a sudden Houston's going to miss a few shots. Steph's going to hit a big 3. Clay's going to hit a big 3. All of a sudden they're up by 17 to 18, and that's just how it ends.
No, it will be like 25, 26 points. Golden State will have their typical giant third quarter, big thing going into it.
Then Houston made chips away in the fourth to make it less
they get a couple in the last 3 minutes. Maybe Golden State bricks a couple of shots. Minute and a half left, the starters come out. Houston hits a couple of shots, and all of a sudden it's 18, 19-point lead, and they dribble out the clock. I'm just saying, if that happens, then you know that is exactly what has been happening this entire series.
As strange as this sounds, coming from me, I almost kind of want to put like $50 on that 17 to 19 point window just in case Rich is right.
All right, you ready for this? Warriors win by 22 points. 5-1.
Okay.
Warriors win by 16 to 18. 11-1. 19 to 21. 14-1.
So,
why are those two windows so much higher than everything else?
Yeah.
You ready? You ready for this? Rockets win by 16 to 18, 33-1. 19 to 21, 50-1. Over 22, only 33-1. Why is that 19 to 21 window so much higher than everything else?
At a certain point, even in a playoff game, wouldn't you expect that either bench players coming in or just pride at a certain point as a professional athlete would lend you to get some form of relief from the ass whooping that you would be taking in, let's say, like a 15 to 20 point or 20 to 25 point win? And, you would just get a few shots to make it, you know, less painful in the end, so that as you're walking off the court, you can at least say to yourself, I got a couple buckets, you know?
All right, let me ask you this. So let's say it's what, 127 to 10.
103.
Well, what's that? 19 points from that would be 108,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
That puts the point total at 236 points, right?
Let me guess, the over is like 239.
If you want to bet the point total window between 232 and 236, it's 10.5 to 1.
Okay.
If you bet 237 or more, it's 3.5 to 1.
Well, I mean, you get a much bigger window there, but still, that's a severely diminished return for
How about
simply
this?
saying
If you bet
greater than.
the window, if you bet the window just under that at 227 to 231, it's only 8.5 to 1.
So yeah, you get a significant little uptick just from going from one 4 point range to another 4 point range.
It blows me away how many different little things you can bet on.
Oh, for sure. But like the discrepancies in odds is definitely a little head scratching in places, for sure. Like
Yeah.
it definitely appears that whoever is making the odds has a certain slant on how they see what's going to happen,
Yeah.
and the odds are sort of made in that fashion.
All right. Well, let's while we're talking about gambling here, let's talk about one of your favorite picks over the last month or so, Rich. What about this Boston quadfecta?
It's all over.
It's over?
Kyrie has joined the Illuminati, and it's over.
Okay. Whoa. We're going to come back to the Illuminati thing in just a minute.
No, let's not, because I think that Kyrie,
Yeah.
the Illuminati said to Kyrie that this Boston Grand Slam shit is done. And they couldn't do it with a hockey player. And the Bruins are the preeminent favorite. Especially when I told you a long time ago to take them. Told you at the start, told you again after the first round. Now they're the favorite. But they could get to Kyrie. Kyrie's been awful.
He has.
And he's single-handedly fucked this team in the ass after game 1.
Yeah, and going 7 for 22 in the most recent game in game 4 was definitely not what you want from your veteran star game winner, team leader player. You don't want 14 points or 23 plus with his free throws. But
Right.
He's 15 for 47 at home. You tell me.
Wow.
You tell me.
In the
Why
friendly
the Quads
confines.
Why the Celtics all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, there's been rumors upon rumors all playoff long since the end of the regular season and even during the regular season about Kyrie being out of Boston when this is done. So has he finally just checked out? Because, I mean, it's not like he's the only one smoking a big schlong. I mean, fucking Tatum has fucking regressed dramatically in this series. Fucking the rest of the team is not really the white boy. God damn it.
Gordon Hayward.
Thank you, Gordon Hayward. I was about to say Utah, but yeah, Gordon Hayward has been garbage in this series. Utter garbage.
Well, I mean, Tatum's
why is he
problem.
still collecting a check?
Tatum's problem started in the offseason when Kobe whispered in his ear.
Yeah, that didn't help.
Kobe sprinkled that dark magic in his ear.
Yeah, that happens.
And then Kyrie went crazy. Kyrie is the greatest troll ever, and he is now running the goddamn Illuminati. And this was his test into the Illuminati.
Is he running the Illuminati, or is he really just their web presence? Is he just out there trolling for the Illuminati? Like, he's literally just out there on the internet with, like, a list of things they would like him to stir up for them.
Maybe that's a more accurate statement. But yes, Kyrie is now fully in. The world is his oyster. It's semi-flat.
Sort of oblongish.
So,
John, what does Kyrie think of the world right now?
all right, so this is Kyrie's most recent Instagram post, which if you see here, there's a couple of triangles upside down in the middle of an eye. Or eye in the middle of a couple of upside down triangles. I think I described that a little dyslexic. My apologies. Let's see. So Kyrie says, my intuitive truth. I am grateful for my time capsule on this Mother Earth.
Wait. Did Kanye talk to Kyrie?
Quite possibly. Maybe he's being recruited into the Time Travelers League with Kanye.
Continue.
Okay. I am grateful. I am constantly in search of more knowledge of life, the world, and myself. I am learning the purpose, capital purpose, I have in this universe. I will only use it for greatness. I look up and look within. There are angels, guiding spirits, and synchronicities all around me. I awaken to the beauty of growth and patience. I love and live freely. Happiness is inside. 27. Stamp it. Mom, I love you. To my family. Triangle, eyeball. Power is inside.
How many goats were sacrificed for that post?
I just want to know what that man is smoking. Because I would really like to try some of what he's smoking. I might not be able to handle it. I'm willing to accept that fact, but I would like to try some of whatever the hell he was smoking when he wrote that.
That says a lot too, Brady. I like to think you're more of a heavyweight in the smoking department. So.
But that's like the scene in fucking Grandma's Boy when fucking the dealer looks over at Mr. Cheadle and was like, "Man, where do you get your weed?"
From you, Dante.
Hey, Mr. Cheadle. But no, I mean that's where I'm sitting at right now. I'm just sitting here looking at those words and trying to decipher the levels of either deliberate or accidental craziness that are in there. You know,
there is nothing not deliberate about the craziness of Kyrie.
I understand that, but I feel like sometimes there's some accidental craziness that just slips in while he's not paying attention and he's like trying to be deliberately crazy, and then every now and then it just kind of happened. Oops, it just happened while he was.
You fought me on this when we were talking about Kyrie being the greatest troll on the internet. No, Kyrie's so far advanced ahead of all of us. He's moved on from basketball. It's no longer. It's just his body that's here. His spirit is off with Kanye and the Illuminati and everyone else that's making much bigger world and decisions.
All I know is I'm not high enough for that. So
does Kyrie live in a different dimension? Maybe.
Possibly.
I mean, it would explain a lot if Kanye gave him the secrets to time travel. And like I said before, Kanye's not crazy. He's a time traveler. And it's the time travel that fucks up his ability to speak. So he has all these answers, but just can't get the words out properly. It's why. If you like fish sticks, you're a gay fish. He just can't get it out right.
Yeah.
What was that last part again?
Do you like fish sticks? Do you like to put them in your mouth? Then you're a gay fish. It might be the greatest South Park episode ever.
And this concludes our Comedy Central of the 90s references of the evening. Started with Grandma's Boy, ended with Kanye on South Park.
Fantastic.
You tell me I'm wrong. Tell me Kanye and Kyrie aren't hanging out in another dimension. And this is the fucking shit we get from it.
This definitely reeks of Kanye. Don't you agree this reeks of Kanye?
You're absolutely right. This reeks of Kanye.
Yeah.
This is that level of crazy.
I mean, like, at least for Kyrie, we just go, he's crazy. But, like, you take it in the last series in the NBA Finals, like, how come Kyle Lowry's not injured? He's so fucking bad. And every time somebody plays bad, we make an excuse that they're injured. Paul George was injured. Steph Curry's injured. Is Klay Thompson injured? Who's injured? That's why they had a bad game. Kyle Lowry, everybody just says he sucks. Poor Kyle.
It's true.
All right. And other East Series, Philadelphia.
Philadelphia's boned. Toronto's going to spank that ass.
Isn't that tied at 2?
Yeah, but Embiid just looks worse and worse with every game. It's hard to tell if he's falling apart physically or mentally or both. Fucking.
Well, here's my question.
Oh my goodness!
Do you think the process worked?
I think the process has worked so far. They're still building. They are not done yet. All this talk that the process is finished was premature.
No, the process
you are not
is finished.
Done building. You need to put a better bench in around those players, and maybe find someone to maybe talk to Tom Brady's doctor that's not a doctor for Joel Embiid and see if you can get him a few years younger.
I think it's time to give up on Embiid. I think it's time to trade Embiid for whatever you can get for him.
That's
and get
not a
pieces
horrible
to put
idea.
around Ben Simmons and teach the boy how to shoot.
The process
please
is
God
done.
should teach the boy how to shoot.
The process is done. It never worked. You drafted a broken Joel Embiid. You drafted Ben Simmons, who can't shoot. What did you actually do? You drafted Jahlil Okafor. You drafted Nerlens Noel. Like, how is anybody going to look me in the face and tell me that the process worked?
Markelle Fultz, bro. What about Markelle Fultz?
Yeah.
Totally not their fault, though. I mean, when you looked at Markelle Fultz, the college player, how did you know that he was going to crumble like that in the pros?
Brady, did you hear the names that he just cleared off? There were 4 horrible players.
Yeah.
And then there was Ben Simmons, who can't shoot, and Embiid, who is broken.
Yeah.
They fucking are boned. They need to get rid of Embiid. They need to sign Jimmy Butler, which they're probably not going to be able to do, and then go from there.
Because Jimmy Butler's smart enough to see a sinking ship when he's on one, and he's going to hop off that bitch as soon as the season's over.
Listen, Charles Oakley said that the New York Knicks, unless they sell to Jeff Bezos, have a better chance of getting Jimmy Butler and Kemba Walker than they do of getting Kyrie and KD.
That doesn't surprise me. No one's talking about Kemba.
And that's not a horrible team. If you slap Zion on there with fucking Kemba Walker and fucking Jimmy Butler, that's not a horrible team. That's a top 4, maybe top 5 team in the East.
If he doesn't agree to sell the Knicks, they're not getting the #1 draft pick.
You don't think so? You think the NBA is going to be like, look, the envelope's already frozen for you, but you got to fucking sign the papers ahead of time. You could even keep the team through the draft, but then the sale's going to happen.
Yep, they will make the deal with James Dolan. We will give you Zion, but you have to sell the team. We'll give you Zion to make sure you get your $4.5 billion.
Yeah, to give him maximum value on that team.
But if you don't agree to sell, you don't get Zion.
Oh, so what if he agrees to it, they can get Zion, and then says, fuck, the team just doubled in value, fuck all of you?
Then I'm pretty sure he's going to get Me Too'd and everything else, and every story and piece of dirt that the NBA has on him is going to come to light.
They're going to do to him what they did to the previous owner of the Clippers.
Yep, they're going to Donald Sterling his ass.
Yeah, they're going to shame him out of the league at that point.
If he tries some shady shit.
I'd imagine there's going to be plenty that they can throw out there for that.
Yep.
I think there's already plenty out there that they could throw out for that, but he just seems to keep skating by.
Right.
And the Cleveland Browns are headed down the path of the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
It's all done. It's
a
a wrap.
1 year flash with a quick playoff exit, and fucking the team falls apart.
If they're lucky, they'll get a playoff game.
9-7, and probably not winning the division, but maybe getting a wild card.
No,
You know.
they're no. And you know who's on my side? Colin Cowherd. And he's got some pretty good insight, and he thinks that they are going to stink. And
The man knows what he's talking about, but I still think Colin Cowherd should eat a great big spiky bag of dicks.
So, how important do you think coaching is in the NFL?
Very, but there's always room for surprises. Like,
Okay.
I can always be proven wrong. I've never seen
can
Freddie Kitchens.
Can I pull up
coach
a
an
picture
NFL
of
game.
Freddie Kitchens and see if he would
Yes, but
surprise you with anything other than things that you would not want to be surprised with?
Andy Reid. Andy Reid looks like a walrus with wire rimmed glasses.
no, Andy Reid looks like Wilford Brimley. Freddie Kitchens looks like the guy that in every Law and Order SVU that's in the fucking defendant's chair.
Yeah, he looks like a creepy version of Kevin from The Office.
I still think he could be a good coach. I'm not going to say that just because he looks like a toe with a face on it, that he couldn't be a fucking good NFL coach.
I'm not saying his looks have anything to do with it. I'm just saying the guy ran 8 games of an offense, and then you made him your head coach. Like, what the fuck does he know about anything?
Oh, not a damn thing, except he already knows whatever elements of your lineup you're keeping from the previous year to this year. That's all he really knows.
And his defensive coordinator is the guy that did such a bang-up job in his 1 year in Arizona. Congratulations.
Oh, I thought they kept Bountygate there for their defensive coordinator. I thought they sent him back down to DC land.
Nope. Greg Williams isn't there anymore.
Oh, damn.
They're a hodgepodge
I like that joke.
They're a hodgepodge of recycled garbage.
Yeah, Greg Williams may have paid some players off for some dirty hits, but I mean, he definitely put a good defense out there too.
Sure. Why not? But nah. Here's my prediction. Greg Williams will be a head coach in 2020, but he will be a head coach in the XFL.
Yo, XFL.
Yeah,
We got something to talk about with them.
because they're on
players
like a
and bags
bunch of
of
fucking.
weed.
Like literally, fucking the XFL's on all the networks. They're literally getting broadcast on like ESPN, ABC, Fox Sports.
They keep making policies like this. They're going to be on Vice Network too.
What's this shit? Oh yeah.
They're considering not testing for weed.
Good for them. Good for them.
Listen,
Because I
I've
mean,
been
it's
telling
not a
you this.
performance-enhancing drug.
I told you somebody needs to hire Shane McMahon. Somebody needs to hire Vince McMahon, because this is going to be proof that Vince McMahon knows how to sell a product.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna, I'll bet you anything you want that Robert Kraft gets in on this and has a little piece of the action.
Is there a Denver XFL team?
I don't know. Is the team that Kraft has involved going to get a finger in the crack?
I would expect so. You usually have to pay extra for that, but I mean, they usually spring for the upcharge. They don't mind.
They're semi-pros.
Yeah, they're getting paid. They could spring for the bonus plan.
What would Robert Kraft's team be? The Jacksonville Happy Endings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we could have fucking Tommy Chong own the Denver team and just literally just make them like the Denver Pot Leafs.
Oh, they'll just be
Play to all the stoners, and it would just
Denver Mile High.
be... Yeah, there you go.
Or the Denver Elevation.
There you go. Either way,
I'm in.
you know.
I will support
Yeah.
with season tickets.
Dude,
Where are they playing?
I'd get
Pepsi
down
Center?
for that. I would imagine if it's off season, they would just use the Mile High Stadium.
Can we bring back what's his name of the Dallas Cowboys? 600 pounds of marijuana in a van.
Oh, Leon Lett.
Lett.
Leon Lett.
Woo!
Yeah, let's make Leon Lett
Love that
the
guy.
head
Brave
coach
as
of a
fuck.
team.
Leon Lett gets busted with more weight and marijuana than he has in his own fat ass. It was amazing.
Yep. Twice.
Like,
Because I mean,
like
the man weighed over 300 pounds.
Yeah,
and I
it was
think
like
he got
200
powers.
once and 200s out twice.
Yeah, so literally, like damn
let
near
me-
twice his own weight in weed.
like, how long until Vince McMahon hires those Russian cheerleaders for a fucking halftime performance at an XFL game?
Yeah, these Russian cheerleaders are pretty scandalous.
Yeah, like this too. How about that?
I mean, can we get
Yeah.
this on SportsCenter after midnight?
We need this on SportsCenter after midnight. What is this?
SportsCenter after
Lingerie cheerleaders?
Is Russia the most gangster place on the face of the earth?
I believe it is.
I believe Russia simply has, you know, in Spinal Tap they had those special amplifiers made in Sweden that go all the way up to 11. I think in Russia, their give a fuck knob goes down into the negative numbers. I think like they're like everywhere else in the world, there's like normal. We just don't give any less of a fuck. But in Russia, they go like way deeper than that.
Do you think Kawhi Leonard would comment on this for us? Like,
Well-
do you think that
well-
would make Kawhi crack a smile?
No.
To quote the great Kawhi Leonard, well, that's just that's probably not good.
That was almost okay. I liked it.
No, Kawhi would just be like, "It's nice."
Yeah, that's true. That was a little long-winded for Kawhi. That was like 6 whole words.
Yeah, you can't. I think he's got a cap at like 4.
My favorite moment in the playoffs so far was when he got interviewed and the interviewee asked him one question and she's like, "Thank you." And Kawhi looked like,
Yeah, he was startled. There wasn't
one
a second
question?
question, but I mean, she knew better. She knew her because I think that was Ramona Shelburne doing the interview, and I mean, she's one of those seasoned NBA veteran reporters, and she was just like, "Yeah, I know what I'm getting here, so I'm just gonna ask you one good question, and we're done."
Well, you heard James Harden when they were interviewing him after, like in the post game after he got his eye messed up, and they were asking him how you're able to see and how how's all that going. He paused for a minute. He was like, "It's okay. I got lots of girls."
wow,
Well said.
amazing.
I may have had my vision depleted for the evening, but that will not diminish the amount of entertainment that I have this evening. We're going full Wilt Chamberlain. There might just be a revolving door on the bedroom tonight.
Like if Harden just sees double of one girl, is it okay that he just has one because he's used to seeing multiples?
It doesn't count. It doesn't count unless they're actually there.
Ah,
Now we're not going to hold him. We're not going to hold it against him for believing that they were there. Just because he thought he was banging twins doesn't mean he wasn't at some later date banging some twins. Just not that night.
I mean, if you believe it happened, didn't it happen?
Belief is definitely at least 50, if not 55% reality.
I
How
don't
many
know.
how many girls slide into his DM on a daily basis?
I'm assuming no less than 2, probably on an average day, no more than 4.
Do you think he just has to keep his phone plugged in at all times because there's so many?
I think there's someone in charge of his phone.
Do you think he has so many titty pictures in his phone that it actually weighs more?
Wow, that's a significant quantity of titties on the phone to make it heavier.
Do we not think that he's able to amass that many titties that his phone noticeably weighs more?
I believe it's possible.
I mean,
I mean,
technically speaking, it's completely impossible. But yes, I would love to believe that there is a way that this is possible.
well, wait a minute. I don't understand this. Like, don't doesn't the more information your phone have on it, like that has to be something. It can't be nothing.
Your phone has a finite amount of storage on it, and that has a set weight. Whether information is stored on that space or not doesn't matter. It's just a matter of a switch being moved or a little tiny piece of magnetized material being moved from one direction to another one. You're not changing the quantity of material involved. You're simply moving things around.
Brady, that was the least scientific explanation. You're telling me that my storage unit, no matter how much stuff is in it or not in it, it weighs the same.
Yes, that is correct. Digital weight does not exist.
That's bullshit. Digital weight has to exist. You can't tell me that something weighs nothing.
Dude, look it up. Look it up. The internet will explain it better than I can. Digital weight does not exist.
All right. So
I declare shenanigans.
Shenanigans have been declared, and I declare we are moving on.
Shenanigans.
I want to weigh my
get a
phone
broom.
versus James Harden.
All right. So
hockey.
We mentioned, Rich mentioned sliding into the DMs.
Did
you hear about old Bryce Harper, Brady?
Oh, God. What did Bryce Harper do?
Bryce Harper didn't do anything this time.
Bryce Harper was born with a beautiful head of hair. That's what Bryce Harper did.
That's probably, in this situation, what Bryce is the most guilty of.
I understand that he is well known for having a finely coiffed head of hair.
So a Instagram model decided she wanted to slide into Bryce Harper's
Instagram model.
Yeah.
She's kind of like that same Instagram model that was in the hotel room with who was it? Odell.
Yeah.
With the plate of
with the pizza with cocaine toppings.
The plate of powdered white substance and the hand-rolled cigars.
The hand-rolled cigars.
Yes. Allegedly.
So this Instagram model decided that she wanted to help Bryce Harper out with some stress he might be having. And so she decided to slide into the DMs and say, "Hey, handsome, I'm Jordan. I'm just trying to be your stress reliever."
Okay. Oh, goodness.
The problem was Ms. Jordan's not so bright and accidentally slid into Mrs. Bryce Harper's DMs. Bryce's wife.
Ooh. Well, I mean, you can't really get mad at Bryce for that.
No,
but I
not
mean,
at all.
It's hilarious. I don't know what's wrong with your cat, but he seems to be making a significant amount of noise out there behind us.
Well,
he's trying to let you know that if Bryce Harper had any sort of brains underneath that amazing head of hair that he has, that his PR team would release a statement saying that this was a Russian troll farm that was trolling him and got it wrong, and that she's not a real person, but a Russian troll, and that he is the victim of Russians.
Wow, that's brilliant.
And that gets the chick off the hook, and then she'll be able to slide right back into his DMs.
Yeah, under a different profile, of course.
But this could be the Russians trying to break up the Nationals, and they just screwed it all up. They.
Yeah.
They thought they were going after America's pastime and they were messing it all up, and instead they just screwed it up. She's not even verified.
Not even verified.
She can't be an Instagram model. She's not verified.
Fantastic.
I'm just saying.
All right, and I think that's about all the baseball we need to cover this week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is she even real?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Jordan, if you're real, let me know.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let us all know, one at a time. Slide into the Twitter DMs.
Yeah. Slide into us at Sports on High, the number 2 on Twitter.
Yeah. All right. Now it's time for me to get my moment of glory today. We're going to talk hockey.
Yes.
All right.
Come back later for Game of Thrones.
Game of Starbucks.
Yeah. Could someone please tell them to make sure to get all of the inappropriate material off the stage before they start filming?
When they remaster, they're going to get rid of that cup, right?
No. They have to leave it in there at this point. It's a point of public lore that got put in there.
Do you think they're going to actually try to explain it later?
God, no. You can't.
How much do you think Starbucks would have paid to have that cup there?
I don't know, but I think that Game of Thrones should send them a bill.
How much did Starbucks pay whatever random extra was in the background of that scene that quote-unquote forgot their coffee cup during shooting that day and got away with it?
Did you see the picture of the coffee cup that somebody that works at Starbucks did? How are they not selling those everywhere?
Don't know.
Missed
Missed opportunity right there.
You know, an estimated 1 billion people watched episode 3 worldwide.
Was that this week's episode?
No, that the battle.
That was the battle. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
1 billion. That's 1 in 8 people, roughly.
In the world.
Yep.
In the world.
Wow.
Yep. I'm not surprised.
Well.
Anyways, hockey.
Hockey.
You'd like to talk about hockey, which maybe 1 in a billion have watched.
All right, so
Look, just because we're breaking up your Boston trifecta with our Hurricanes doesn't mean you get to be bitter about this.
Hey, listen. I'm all for the Hurricanes making the finals, but if they make the finals, they better fucking sack up and have the greatest end game celebrations. Even when they fucking lose, they better come out and do the opposite. They better have a "we lost" celebration.
Dude, Oh my God. What if they actually did an in-game celebration after winning the cup? Would Don Cherry explode?
They would explode. And I wouldn't be surprised if they did something if they won the cup.
Yeah.
After games that they lose, they should pretend to be like the Night King or the guys that William Wallace slays, and they should have the other team come out and slaughter them in battle just to make it all in good fun.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah, let the other team get involved. I'm down with that.
Terrible. All right, so let's talk about Don Cherry. Since we're talking about hurricanes and we're talking about celebrations, Don Cherry really had a chance to embrace and they're not celebrating anymore for the record.
No, you're right. They have stopped.
They stopped this month before the regular season ended.
They do like a very simple, getting together on the blue line, and there's like a little stick salute. And they tap their sticks on the ice and just kind of wave to the fans, and that's it.
That's always that's always been deemed acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, doctor.
So
Don Cherry goes ahead and doubles down. He says he still doesn't like the bunch of jerks because of the way they acted, and then goes on to call all the fans that are out there now front runners, basically saying they're fair weather fans that are only there because we're winning.
So just for Don Cherry's own personal edification here, I would like you to show them your arm, because I believe we can all see the age of the tattoo on your arm, just to let you know that you're not really front running when your tattoo's over a decade old.
Well, this tattoo is almost 20 years old at this
Oh,
point.
jeez. But yeah. Fuck you, Don Cherry. Eat a dick. Some of us have been there since the beginning.
Yeah. So, with a 20-year-old Hurricanes tattoo, Don Cherry, I'm telling you, I love seeing these boys celebrate. I love seeing these boys as far as they are. And I love seeing the stadium full of front-running fans that are making more noise than any of your Canadian teams. Because how do those arenas sound up in Canada right now, Don?
Crickets.
How do they sound? I know in Toronto they got some basketball going on. How's that going down in Toronto? Okay. So, let's move on.
Tell him why you're mad, son. Tell him why you're mad.
Oh, that disrespect got me. But now, Rich, you ask us questions all the time. I got a question for you.
Yes.
The Hurricanes made the playoffs for the 4th time since 2002. Okay? Every time they've made the playoffs since 2002, they have made it at a minimum to the Eastern Conference Final. Right?
Okay.
As a fan of a team, would you rather watch your team have very little success in 20-year span or 10-year span, getting to the playoffs 4 times in 16 years, but make it to the conference finals every time? Or would you rather be a San Jose Sharks fan who watches your team win President's trophies, you watch them get to the playoffs every year, and you watch them get knocked out early? Where would you rather be on that scope? Because I'm telling you, I'm watching these boys skate right now after not being in the playoffs for 10 years, and it's exciting. And I'd rather not be there for 10 years and watch them do this.
Well, I can tell you, as a young lad who watched Scott Norwood miss a very important field goal while hiding under a rocking chair as a little boy, that I would take anything. I would take any sort of hope. And if that hope comes every 10 years and is the Eastern Conference Finals, I think I would rather have that than to lose in the first round repeatedly over. Like, I'd rather be, a Nuggets fan than a Toronto fan, because at least there's hope. I feel like those teams that consistently make it and kick you in the balls, that really sucks.
Yeah.
Like, being a Cowboys fan probably sucks.
And you got to think you never really get a good draft pick. If you're that team that's always getting bounced in the first round of the playoff, it means you had a good enough record to make the playoffs. So you're not anywhere near the top of the draft. So you're not getting top choice of incoming talent.
Right.
Like, you're talking about being like a Wizards fan, a Pacers fan. Like, you'd rather be a Sixers fan than any of those schmucks, because at least they went so bad and then they got good and there's hope.
Right.
When you're just in the middle, there's never any hope. Like, at least being a Knicks fan, it's fucking torturous. But being a fucking Pacers fan, there's no real hope there. That's like, that's what everybody wants you to think is what you want. To be the 8th seed, the 7th seed. Well, we have a chance to get swept by the Celtics.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think thinking about it, I think the Raptors are probably the closest comparison to the Sharks that I'm looking for here in the NBA. Because the Raptors make it consistently, but they never make noise. Now, was it LeBron? Sure, I guess. But it's the same thing. They make it all the time. They're always a top team in the regular season.
But they always lost in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I love the Cubs and I love the Bills. I could give two shits about just about any other professional sports team. And I'll take their entire history over anybody else's. Because you know what? The Cubs won. It took 108 fucking years. But goddamn it, I was fucking here for it. I was outside that goddamn stadium. And let me tell you what, on the night that the Bills win the fucking Super Bowl, I'll be in fucking Buffalo, in Orchard Park, jumping through my own goddamn burning table because that's fucking life and that's living. It's not about just getting there. It's about having the chance to win the whole goddamn thing and about having some fun along the way. So your Hurricanes, they've given you 4 chances to win the whole goddamn thing.
Yep.
And they are a lot of fun. So Don Cherry can eat another turkey, get another fucking gobbler on his neck, and suck some more fat dick.
Yep.
Because Barry Melrose laid the smackdown on that bitch and stands on his corner and says he's the god of hockey, not Don Cherry. Barry fucking Melrose.
I can get behind that. I love the mullet.
Yeah, that's a great mullet.
And I met Barry Melrose a couple times. He was an awesome dude.
Yep, shook his hand once at a hockey game.
Yep.
Oh, and I also feel bad in the Western Conference. Well, don't really feel bad. Like I don't know how to describe it, but my coworkers are kind of arguing over who they want the Avs to play in the next round should they actually manage to advance. And they keep saying they want to play the Stars, and it's a bunch of younger dudes, and I'm trying to tell them, you want the Blues in the next round. No one is more cursed in the Western Conference than the St. Louis Blues. They will not make a Stanley Cup final. St. Louis cannot, like, the universe will end if the St. Louis Blues make the Stanley Cup finals. Like, that's how cursed they are.
I don't know.
Like, they might be more cursed than the Cubs.
Well, I might be cursed because I actually think St. Louis is coming out of the West.
You think so? Really?
I do actually think St. Louis is coming out of the West.
Because, yeah, they have never come out of the West.
Yeah, I'm well aware, but I believe they have a team now that's worthy of this.
Okay, cool. Hey, more power to them if they can break their misstride or whatever.
Yeah, I want Colorado, the winner of the Colorado San Jose series, to be the one in the Western Conference Final. But San Jose or St. Louis right now is the team to beat. They're young, they're fast, they can score, they got great goaltending.
All right. I still hold out hope that we will be witness to a Hurricanes Avalanche Stanley Cup Finals game here in town.
I'd be there.
That will be a fun game.
I'd be pumped. I'd be wearing that red and black, repping it hard.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully not pissing off too many people. I'm not trying to go out like Johnny.
You know how many shits I give?
0.
10 shits.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
That's a lot of shits.
That's equivalent to 1 fuck.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I think that's pretty much all the hockey talk we need to have. I got my Don Cherry off my chest.
Yeah, for sure.
Can we talk about what's important to me right now?
Absolutely, it's Rich time now. What's going
on? Can we talk about the most titillizing person in all of sports?
I like the first part of that word.
Do we know where Tiger's parked his yacht for the last week?
I assume somewhere in like the south of France in some like beautiful location full of incredibly statuesque and tan women in small European style bikinis.
No, even better. Tiger's yacht has been parked just off the coast of New York. Tiger has been playing Bethpage Black, the site of the PGA Championship, for the last week.
Good for him.
Because Tiger,
way to get his grind on.
Fucking locked in.
Dude, the Masters woke him up.
He's got the Perkins waitress as his ride or die right now.
Yeah.
He's
got his dirty girl crazy. On his arm. Yeah.
He's got his amazing yacht, which he's named Privacy, because we all know Tiger needs more privacy in his life. And now Tiger Woods is the Medal of Honor recipient from the President of the United States. And yet somehow, some way, no one's mad at Tiger. Every other person that touches this president turns radioactive, and yet Tiger comes out looking like a fucking hero. Is he not the greatest figure in sports. Like, if there is a Mount Rushmore of people that exemplify American sports, is Tiger Woods not on that Mount Rushmore?
I agree to a point, but what about the Patriots? The Patriots were all associated with Trump, and they never really.
Yeah, but the Illuminati keeps trying to bring them down. Deflategate, take some draft picks away. Spygate, take some draft picks away. Handgate, we don't know what's happened yet.
Probably
Like-
nothing.
Like, they keep trying to take those guys down. They keep trying to take down the Patriots.
Did you hear what David Price said? He made some reference to all of the Red Sox players that went to the White House to meet with Trump. He called them all the White Sox.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so something
Red Sox
something
had
in
them
a tweet
loaded.
about the White Sox going to the White House.
I wasn't gonna get my hopes up over Tiger winning another major this year, and I am all fucking in, because what would be the greatest thing we could see is Tiger walking up 18 on Sunday,
Dude, what about
crowd of people around him.
a Tiger
Donald
Slam in
Trump.
the old age?
A what?
A Tiger Slam in the old age. What if he comes out and just fucking goes bam, 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 all four in a row?
Wait, Tiger's walking up the 18th, 2-shot lead, has crushed the field, hordes of people. The commander-in-chief is standing there on the 18th green waiting for him, and Tiger unites the country because of how big his fucking balls are. He is a goddamn American hero, and we need to pay our respects to Tiger Eldrick Taunt Woods as the fucking national treasure that he is.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like a bald eagle should be sitting on my shoulder, and fucking
Like fireworks
the Blue
going off in
Angels
the
should fly over
background.
my head. An American flag should be waving behind me.
Wow.
Well, while
Like
someone's
every-
like grilling cheeseburgers in the background, and maybe someone's like dropping dead of a massive coronary, and
Strippers walking out onto the stage to pour
Yeah,
some sugar
yes.
on me.
yeah,
What is
strippers
more
walking
fucking
out
American
pouring
than
champagne and shit. Yeah. Strippers with like champagne bottles and Def Leppard or Motley Crue, either way, both works.
Are those the greatest strip club songs, or are there better rap songs now that, like, what would you rather have a girl dance to? I mean, can somebody please ask Tiger this at his next press conference? Tiger, what's the greatest strip club song?
You could ask Harden the same thing. I feel like Harden would be an equal, at least an equal level
Can we
uptaker
get us?
of proper stripper anthems.
Can we have like HBO After Dark do a special, and we'll get like Adam Pac-Man Jones and James Harden and Tiger Woods?
Make it like the Black Masters, but they're all just going to strip clubs.
I don't know who the baseball strip club guy is, or if there's a hockey strip club guy, but we should have them all sit around a table and discuss, what's the most American thing in a strip club you could see?
A guy in a business suit doing a line off a stripper's ass, and then like turning and slamming another shot off, off a girl's titties. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty American sight at a strip club.
Bouncer throwing someone out of the champagne room for getting a little too handsy.
Like literally with the pants already around the knees, and the bouncer's like dragging them out by their waist, and they're like trying to pull their pants back up. Yeah.
Oof.
Is body sushi involved in this? Is that a uniquely American thing?
Probably.
Yes, but
But I feel like that other countries,
that's a
once they
that's a
saw
little
that, they'd be
classy
like,
for
"I like
strip
that."
clubs. Yeah.
What do you want
body
your
sushi
stripper's
might be-
name to be? What do you want
First
your
off, it
stripper's-
should be two names. It should be something something.
Something Lynn.
or
if you
something
fall in love with a
and-
stripper, if you fall in love with a stripper, and we get to meet the future Mrs. Brady, what is her name?
Like her real name or her stripper name?
Stripper name.
Okay.
They don't go by their real names.
No. I'm just saying, like she would have a real name though, not just like a stripper name. But I don't. Yeah, I gotta go with the Ted theory, the fucking something Lynn, something maybe Jesse Lynn or not Amber Lynn. I've never been a big Amber fan, but maybe Angie Lynn or
How about Tiffany?
If it was the right Tiffany, yes, but I've never been a big Tiffany fan either.
Like
But,
Brady, if all of a sudden the room went dark and you heard coming to the main stage, Tiffany Lynn. Pour some sugar on me. Like, is that the name that just grabs your heart and gets you going? Tiffany Lynn?
No, not really. No.
I always I look at you and I go, no, he's a cinnamon guy. Like cinnamon's the one that grabs his heart.
That's not
She's coming out to
terrible.
pour some sugar on me, and she tells you she's your little cinnamon sugar, and
He's
that's
making
not terrible. If
moans and
she's-
sounds of pleasure. I think he likes this.
Yeah, but it can't be like a white girl named Cinnamon. It has to be a girl with like some color in her skin. Yeah, not necessarily a black girl, although that's definitely not out of the question.
What
but,
if
you know,
she's like beyond that the other way? Like she is pale fucking white,
but she's called
got
Cinnamon.
but she's got ginger red hair, so they call her Cinnamon.
like cut off shorts and cowboy boots and a tattered wife beater, the ass cheeks hanging out of those shorts.
That's tough because like I do have old Irish blood, and you're throwing like a pasty redheaded like big titty bitch in my face, and that's
Or you want
that's not a bad idea.
or you want those ass cheeks that bounce like a basketball.
Yeah, I'd like to have both, but if I had to pick, I would take the ass cheeks. Because, I mean, the hair and the skin, you know, whatever. But, you know, like, a fat ass is a fat ass. And you don't normally find pasty redheaded bitches with a fat ass. That's not a frequent combination. But, you know, chicks with a little color in their skin named Cinnamon, there might just be an ass that you could bounce a quarter off of, you know.
There you go.
You're
John,
going into the
I hope
military.
you got
get ready
I
to
hope
bounce
you
a
got
quarter off
everything
of
you
it.
wanted there, Rich.
I didn't get your stripper name. Who's the stripper you fall in love with?
Oh, for me, it's Tiffany Lynn, 100%. 100%.
Yeah,
Is she-
and
if
that would
you-
definitely be him driving to the strip club to pick her up after work in an El Camino with
Is
a
she the one
handlebar
that-
mustache.
Is she the one that when she takes off her bra, they kind of like really like they're old, a little older, a little saggier. And they kind of got way too much bounce to them.
Have you ever
Definitely not a
seen the show
natural
My Name
bounce.
Is Earl?
That's your girl right there.
Oh my God, this is her. Yeah, 110%. Brady knows that. That's her. She's perfection. Trailer Park, Joy Darville. Oh man,
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
That's true. That's John's woman.
she is my trailer park queen, man. Ever since I seen that show, I'll be honest. Ever since I seen her in Joe Dirt, I was like, good God.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Megan Fox type guy.
Oh, you like him a little classier, I see.
I guess it's either Megan Fox or Stacy Keibler from the old WWF. If you've never seen a picture of Stacy Keibler,
Oh yeah.
her legs,
I
her
remember.
legs
I
are,
remember
are taller
Stacy
than
Keibler.
Brady.
Yeah, I remember Stacy Keibler. She was all legs.
Those are my ladies. But Megan Fox, I'm sorry, the rest of the world's got to go home.
It's Jamie Presley or die for me, man.
I'd be happy with, I'd say, probably 20% of the girls in the background of any hip hop video.
I see Brady's got a type if you can't tell here.
I can. That means we need to get Brady and Hype Williams on the same page. He can make some introductions.
He's clearly not opposed.
No. Brady, we'll make this happen one day. I'll get you on the set of a rap video.
Awesome.
That would be
I'm
the
down with it.
greatest.
I'm down with it.
That would be the greatest web series ever. Just a whole series of Brady trying to get onto the set of rap videos.
Yes.
And just
Oh my
getting shut
God.
out at every door.
Dude, he would get shot. What percentage of these shoots would he get shot at for being a cop?
No. Nobody would ever mistake Brady for a cop. Ever.
Wow. Welcome to the complete opposite of my life from high school up until about 5 minutes ago, Rich.
Brady has been mistaken for a cop more times, and he used to work at the head shop with a pair of mirrored aviators.
Yeah.
And he would wear like mirrored aviators and then fake Rasta dreadlocks.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, we just get Brady like different delivery guy uniforms, maybe a chef coat for craft services, and we'll sneak him onto all these rap video shoots, and we'll get him where he needs to be.
That's fantastic.
Wow.
Eventually, one of them will want a little cream. Every now and then,
I'm down for the coffee.
Every now and then, somebody likes a vanilla cupcake.
Yeah, like Brady just said he's down for the coffee, so fantastic.
I think that's great. Brady, we're gonna get you and Tiger Woods on the same yacht.
Nice. Nice.
Though I don't think he likes the same type of girls that you like.
No.
No, I think he's more into the Joy Darvilles of the world.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does not. He does not prefer them classy.
No.
That's never been my thing either.
Tiger's not a find you at the debutante ball kind of guy.
No.
If I can't take her home to mom, I want to take her home to mom. So, Rich, any final thoughts for Sports on High today?
I don't know. We covered quite a bit, and we might have to discuss this Mount Rushmore of sports heroes and icons in this country. But goddamn it, Tiger is the fucking George Washington of that thing. His face is the most prominent and pointing towards the right direction.
Yeah, agreed.
Word.
All right, so let me ask you, Brady, what did you learn today?
I learned that if you bet on a horse race and your horse wins, don't wait to cash the check. Cash that shit immediately, because you never know when they're going to change their minds. So if you happen to be standing there at the bookies and you see the race is over and the official results are in and your horse has won, cash that shit out quick, because apparently that don't always mean that you won.
Rich, how's this work with the Kentucky Derby with bets?
Yeah, like
one, you were never able to cash the ticket.
Okay, there was never a point in time where that ticket was valid.
Race results had never been made official.
Okay, I did not know that. I know that there was a significant point in time between when the race ended and when the review was announced. So I did not know if there was a point in time where the race had ended, but the official bitching and moaning hadn't started yet. So people may have had an opportunity to cash out before complaints were raised.
No, but it also goes to show you, if everybody's betting on the same fucking thing, bet the complete fucking opposite. That's all I've ever said. It's so easy.
Yeah, if 75% of the people are betting one way, bet the other.
Vegas was not built because they don't know more than the rest of us. So take Vegas's side in everything. It'll be miserable, but you'll make way more money.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I could see that. Like you're making smaller amounts of money, but you're betting with the house as opposed to against it.
Yeah. So. And when you go to a craps table, if you're not throwing, bet the don't come line. Just stand at the other fucking end of the table so people have to yell at you from the other side of the goddamn craps table.
Because no one likes the asshole that bets the no come line.
No, nobody likes that guy. Nobody likes
but
not
that
to
guy
come.
gets paid.
Yes, because they're fucking taking the goddamn house this side, which always gets fucking paid.
Yep.
Vegas literally gives you a bet and says, take our side.
Yeah.
We're with you. Don't mind. You
Yeah.
can jump on our team.
Yep.
And nobody fucking takes it.
Everybody thinks they're smarter than the house.
All right, Rich, what did you learn today?
I learned that I think we all owe Jay Cutler an apology and a thank you. We owe him an apology for
Smoking
bashing
Jay.
him for so much in his life, but we owe him a thank you for making an average-looking white dude with an average body a goddamn modern-day American sex symbol because the ladies love Jay.
Yeah.
They love Jay Cutler. He has made being a sarcastic dick the coolest thing in the world. And God damn it, Jay Cutler, I salute you. And I salute everything you're doing. Please never change. Never,
Yes.
ever change.
Yes.
God bless Jay Cutler. God bless Tiger Woods. And God bless America.
And God bless Jay Cutler's llama.
I can't do anything or say anything to top that. So, God damn it. Thank you all for joining us. It's been a blast hanging out and talking some shit, talking some sports. If you want to get in touch with us, you want us to talk about something, holler at us at sportsonhigh@gmail.com. Shady Brady, what's that Twitter again?
That is at Sports on High, the number 2 on Twitter.
Sports on High, the number 2. That note, we'll talk to y'all next week. I'm out.
The champ is here.
Damn, tell your mom to stop calling me.